What's going on, guys? A bit of a late stream. I'll go ahead and establish this here. I'll have to do it on every stream, I guess, but I'm
Hmm.
gonna collage everything into one big video for the YouTube, so that way you don't have to go through multiple videos. We are starting a time skip arc for the party, as everyone has decided that's what they want to do. And we're starting with Mino's first, and that is just because of scheduling. Um, yeah, so we're picking up
AK,
exactly where we left off. Mino, what is your goals and aspirations for this time skip?
I'm going to create a cult. JK, I'm going to build up the town that the warlock left in shambles.
Oh, okay.
That way, we can have some supplies. It helps out people. It gives me something to do because my main aspiration is just to wander around till I find somewhere that I belong.
Mm-hmm. All
Cuz
right.
um strength and stuff like that. I mean, it doesn't not interest Mino, but I mean, it's not his priority. So I'm done.
Very valid. All right. So we left off with essentially we'll say the rest of the party departs. And what does Mino start to begin his townhood?
I broke it down into a bunch of numbers, right?
Okay.
Um, the first thing I did was I calculated how big the temple was, and it was 140 by 85 feet. The barracks was 30 by 30 foot. The Warforge was 50 by 50, and then the main room is 150 by 150.
Okay.
And so all that math is just to say I should have at least places and things set up enough for at least for the immediate like future not to have to worry about anybody not having anywhere to sleep or storage of materials, right?
Oh yeah.
Um that was just more of to say like cuz the town's ruined. So a
Yeah.
lot of like the specialty buildings I can't do anything with until I repair them. And unfortunately for Mino, he's not the brightest bulb in the box. So that's why I wanted to send a letter with Juby, and they agreed to do that. To try and get basically to take it to the forge, which they're stopping by to hire. Hold on, I wrote it down. I gotta find where it is. Sorry.
Speaking of Juby, they just texted back. So we're going with the second option for how the instant fortress is going to be established.
Mhm.
Um, so the second option that I gave them was they may establish the fortress as it's undeployed right now in one physical location of their choosing, and every time they use the orb after that, it is a functional gateway through the front door of the fortress. And there will be a
Okay.
room where you can move the fortress, but is a non-quick action that requires resources similar to Dracula's castle in Castlevania.
Mhm.
Um, but that establishing a physical location would one give y'all an out in a tricky situation,
Okay. Nice.
and two, it does have a physical location, so like you guys would have to worry about people attacking it, so you need to
Mhm.
establish it in an area that is safe. And you would also have to worry about, like, as time passes, growth and all that. But
Mhm.
they said they want to go with the second option, which is what I just described. And if Mina would be interested in establishing the fortress there, um, Chandra at some point would like to train some people there so that way you have
Okay.
a functional defense garrison,
Okay.
properly
Nice.
trained. Um,
That takes away one of the people I was going to hire, which was a knight to be able to train people. So that helps out.
and it says Juby would need a center for her research, and if the forge is established, that would be nice.
Mhm.
Um, So basically, they're trying to function this town. It seems like both Condra and Juby have agreed that they would like to function this town as a central hub or headquarter location for the party.
Nice. That works out really well because obviously there's already the Warforge and all that, um, and the barracks for Condra. So, but I remember you gave me 18 who are adults, right? Everyone's malnourished, but
Yes. So as long as you care for them and oh, what's up, Obsidian? Sorry for starting at yeah, we're starting super late, just because scheduling stuff. This is a solo session for one of the characters as we're doing a year time skip, so everyone's getting a solo session to see what they're doing after or throughout the time skip, and that will also allow me to scale how much they level up or what they get, and so on and so forth. So we're just now setting up for the first one, with Mino, who is one
yellow.
of the characters from the session, but. I know you missed a lot, but as always, they're all up on YouTube minus a one shot because that's not relevant to the main story. But what's up?
Uh, Hello.
Anyways, sorry, you were saying, Mina?
No, you're fine. So you told me I had 18 adults who were physically able to work,
Yes.
6 children, 2 elderly, and 4 who are afflicted with sickness.
Yes. The
And
four that are
so
afflicted are adults. So once they are healed from their illness, you would have four more working adults.
I was going to ask you, can I use Druid Land's aid to heal these 4 adults?
You can attempt to heal three of them. One of them is a illness that, while your land's aid would help with the recovery, it won't cure their illness outright.
I wanted to also ask, do I just have access to my spell slots during this? Because every quote unquote time I long rest, I'm able to change out my spells. So just for straightforwardness, are we going to assume that I can switch out my spells based on the issue at hand?
Um, so I'll tell you what I told Juby.
Mhm.
Functionally, the time skip, the way I want to go through this with everyone is like bullet points. So we hit the
Yeah, okay.
highlights.
Mhm.
So I'm not concerned with going through the day by day. Did you swap your spells and all that? Did you
Yeah.
take rations? Like all those things are going to be assumed. I just want to hit the big points so I know like when you have to roll, what big combat you need to do, stuff like that.
Okay. Because would this last person who's afflicted, is this just something that healing magic can't take care of? Like, am I going to need a specialist?
Uh, I wouldn't say that.
Because
It's more so like your healing magic will heal. I would say it's like treating the symptoms, but you just have to wait it out.
because I can do a medicine check if it's
If you want to
something
do a
like that.
medicine
If you let
check,
me
that could
roll on
help.
that.
Yeah.
All right, I got a 25.
You realize that you can make a sort of medicine concoction with local
Mm,
herbs, and that would cure their affliction along with a week of rest.
okay, good to know. Um, so after the first week, I'll basically now that that's done, I can go into because the first week I just want to spend time clearing rubble from the village, sending that letter with Juby to the main town.
Mhm.
That is asked for 2 forge workers, which is a master and apprentice,
Yeah.
a mason and an architect. And I worked out the cost of their labor per week to be 49 gold pieces.
Okay.
Because that's assuming that under the skilled labor numbers that for D&D, and then I divided that by half for the apprentice to get that number.
Okay.
Um, so that way we can at least one get the forge. Well, they can start working on repairing the forge. I know it's not in a lot of disarray, but they need to start making sure things are put up right and all that. And then we also need a architect for any planned buildings because I'm not able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then a mason for eventually accessing the quarry that you told me about, and for
Yes.
planning any mining um, expeditions.
I
And
love
so,
that this ad keeps playing and it has copyrighted audio, so I keep getting flagged for it.
This is so swag. And so my starting gold I have access to is 425.
Yes.
Um, so first week sounds good to you with everything I did. I don't need to do anything with that. That just makes sense. That's straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
And so for the second week, I would like to basically cast Overgrowth, which for a year, all crops produce double food, right?
Okay. Well, you need to establish crop fields and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So every plant within that will be or is planted will have for the year doubled vitality. It's within a I think it was like a half mile. Let me check. Gee whiz, where are you? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's a half-mile radius centered on the point.
Okay.
And I don't feel like we're going to be expanding any really that much further than that, but I can recast it if necessary. It's only a third level spell, so that refreshes pretty quickly for me.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to be using, at least for the beginning, Goodberry spell to feed the villagers because it gives a day of sustenance. And it's a level 1 spell slot. I have 4, so I should be able to cast it 3 times a day and have a spell slot left over. So that should feed everybody, at least for the beginning, and also create and destroy water at the second level to make 20 gallons of fresh drinking water. So that should be enough to take care of everybody in the early stages.
That's fair. Also, I don't know if you're in Owlbear, but if you are,
Oh, I'll go,
you
yeah.
should
Yeah, I'm loading it up. Oh, yeah, I moved all the dead bodies.
I see that. Okay.
And so Mino was going to move them by himself. He wasn't going to make the villagers move their dead kin.
It's valid. Okay, I
No.
added some stuff so you can see
Yeah.
like kind of a layout for the town. But really I have no idea what you want besides the temple and stuff. As like I said, the town was essentially just ruins, and then whatever you guys kind of had going on. So essentially you get to draw however you want this town to look.
Okay, nice. One thing I did do was I sealed off that tunnel that me and Chungus originally went down. Just because there's no reason for that to be open before. Well, one, I have support, and 2, there's nothing down there that's worth meddling in.
As far as you know, there is a pretty large cavern system in there. Which,
yeah, but for now, we're trying to get everybody alive.
That's fair. So yeah, you have the Warforge in the temple, and then I'm assuming you're going to want to establish like an actual magical forge for Juby to work with at some point.
Yes.
So I have the icon for that, so you can move it wherever you want. It's this
nice.
purple forge. Or if you want, you could attach them. I really don't care.
All right. For the second week, now that like everything, like at least rudimentary survival will be established after the first week. For the second week, don't worry. After we get past the first month, I just start doing it in month blocks for projects.
That's fine.
Just a lot of the initial stuff is, one, I want to expand the farm.
Yes.
So I assume this left one is forest. This middle one will be kind of like the town area. Or is this all just town area that I can play with?
So essentially the town is like this huge area, right?
Yeah.
I would say you have, and it's like surrounded by forest, and then that quarry, and then the mountain on one side, right?
Mm-hmm.
You technically, in any direction, could expand quite a lot before you run into a like actual boundary. So like if you expand, let's say town center's here, if you go out in this direction, it would take about 5 miles before you hit the mountains. You have way more room in this direction. This direction you only have about half a mile before the actual main path. This direction, just really left anywhere in general, you have about 5 miles before you hit like a main river.
Okay.
Well, I'd say 2.5 miles actually before you hit the river, but you have quite a lot of room to expand.
Yeah. There's no way I use up all this space running here, basically.
Yes. You have more than enough room, is my point. I'm currently looking for a stronghold map so I can throw in y'all's like instant fortress so you can establish where you want that to be placed.
Okay. I was going to just expand the farm, clear path with workers. I was going to ask you.
Yes.
Since I am a druid, right?
Yes.
Would I be able to cast spells to get animals to help with clearing paths?
In what regard?
There's a creature called giant badgers, and they are known for being able to dig really well.
Yeah.
And I was going to know if I could basically roll to access their help to see if I can get this done quicker.
Yeah, I'd allow that.
Okay.
Here's the fort, y'all's instant fortress.
Okay.
I don't know where you want to put that, but that's the layout of it. So you guys would each have your own little kind of stronghold room.
Okay. Honestly, I don't mind it being up there.
Putting it like right next to the temple.
Yeah, so
okay.
I'll assume there's a door we can enter the temple in from that side as well.
It would be adjacent. If you wanted to add a door that would connect the two, you can, but that also like kind of gives people easier access to your stronghold. So I would say that's up to your discretion. Maybe wait till the party's there so you guys can all establish that.
Yeah, and that's not too difficult for me to do because I can shape a door. I just can't like put up a whole building or anything.
Yeah. Okay. This is ad. GTA 6 ad. Get out of here. Okay. So, all right. Well, yeah, I'll let you roll for it.
Okay. Do you want me to roll animal handling?
Yes.
Ooh, that's an 8.
You can get them to help, but it's going to be a very rushed and unperfected job. It will be functional, but it will be an eyesore and not the safest path.
I was asking them to help me till the farmland.
Oh, then yes, they help, but it is rough.
Okay.
So I would say you get like a 70% success rate in terms of workable land.
Not too bad for something done in a week. So that's everything I want to do in the second week and what I figured I could feasibly do within that time. And so for the third week, after we've cleared out the brush for the main path, right, I wanted to see if I could send Willa, the ranger, right,
Yeah.
to establish a trade route with the closest city is the port city, correct?
No. The closest city is. Let me scroll down to my notes. Violsglen, the town with Mr. Cheese and all that.
I'm gonna draw a farmland square.
Okay. You could also establish a trade route with Port City, but that is quite a longer journey. I believe the distance is a full day's journey to Port City. Since I realized that 24 miles is a full day's journey, whereas Violsglen is like a third of a day's journey from y'all's new found town.
Gotcha. What the hell is this doing? Hopefully I can draw this. It should be fine. I'm not attached with the name if I'm having Willa be the one who...
Also, what do you want to
I
name
mean, I
your
get...
town? Or are you keeping the same name of Rafael Arias?
No,
Rafael Arias.
I was gonna change the name to Thunderfall.
Okay. Let me go ahead and change that on my notes. Thunderfall. Town. East from Yules. Alright. Sorry about that. I'm good to go now.
You're good. And I assume in the week that I was able to get access to the people I sent Juby, well, in 2 weeks, I sent Juby the letter within the first week, right?
Yeah, I would have said they've been back by end of week 1.
Okay. So the first thing I want to do is, well, after establishing the trade route, I went ahead and added a 0.80 multiplier for any sales I make on the trade for the beginning, since, I'm not going to be getting good deals until I get a, what's it called? We get established, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to access the quarry you told me about.
Okay.
Are there any rolls you would like me to make on that to decide if there's stuff in there, if it's still functional, anything like that?
It's overgrown, so you'd have to clear it out, but otherwise perfectly
Oh, sweet.
functional. It's just a stone quarry, though.
Okay. Well, with blight, I can instantly kill any plants in an area.
True. So yeah, I mean, I'd say you'd be able to get it up and running in like
Yeah.
it's about an hour's pace from town. It'll take longer, obviously, if you're hauling carts of stone and stuff, but I'd say in terms of getting it to fully functioning, assuming you put effort into it and all that, and get all the tools and stuff you need established, maybe
Mm,
3 days to a week, depending on pacing.
okay. That's good. That lines up about with what I had in my notes. After we get access to the quarry in the next weeks, I'm going to start creating buildings. Um, since now that we have access to materials and the skilled labor we need. Um,
Okay.
Another thing I was going to do is since the elders likely cannot do physical labor, I was going to have them because I am an alchemist, right? And I have the alchemy kit and all set up.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to have them make potions.
Okay.
That way, if there's any injuries, or we can sell them in the future too.
Okay. That seems reasonable. Just know that
And
since they're elders, they're not going to work at like a pace that you would expect for a like normal production crew.
I don't know. I just wanted to have something that they could do
Yeah, I
um,
got you.
without being too arduous on them. And I was also gonna, at least within the close ranges of the overgrowth zone, have the children help look for herbs so that they can make those potions.
Okay. Sounds good.
So that's the end of week 3. For week 4, I wanted to see if the mountain nearby had precious minerals. The reason I figure that is likely is one, it's a mountain, right? They're the subduction, so they have a lot of heavy metals in them because they were originally at the bottom of the ocean. And then two, if this was once a stronghold and there was a high level forge, it only makes sense that would have been created near enough to a supply for it to be able to function.
Mm-hmm.
So I do want to argue that there would at least be iron nearby, but I wanted to see if I could roll to see if there were more precious metals as well.
You don't have to roll for it. I already established it.
Oh, really? What's
Yeah.
nearby? The precious metals.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a mountain range, right?
Yeah.
So if you're looking at just the scope of the entire range, you have access to copper, iron, gold, very low quantity, a
Mhm.
even lesser quantity of platinum. There is a bit of mithril, but that won't be established till like after a like for real mining setup is had and
Yeah.
established for a while, because you'll need more resources to actually mine it. There's some adamantine, some other precious metals, and there is very scarce but still established gemstone outcroppings too. Mostly emeralds, a few rubies, some lesser gemstones, and a like 0.01% diamond
Okay.
deposit. However, there are multiple dangers in the mountain as well.
Okay. But I assume I'll be able to access the lesser stuff because it's not as deep, right?
It depends. Are you establishing a new hole in the mountain mining, or are you going to look for caves to kind of start?
I was going to use shape earth to start digging into the earth.
Mm-hmm. And which mountain are you doing that? I'm assuming the one just closest to the village.
Yes. Is that
Okay.
what's in the top right?
Yeah. Top right, like this way.
I was assuming that's what the gray square was in the top.
No, that's the quarry.
Oh, okay, got you.
So if you were to scale distance for the mountain range, I'll use this block again.
I put some rocks if you want that.
Oh yeah, that works. Hold on. Okay. For the quarry or for the mountains?
For the mountains.
Okay.
You can switch them out. It's just something I had on here.
No, that's fine. So if you were to look at the mountain range, right?
Yeah.
Where's rotate? There it is. So it's like this,
Mm.
and the mountain range is about half a day. No, not half a
Yeah.
day. The quarry's an hour. Mountain range, if you were to go to the closest point, would be like here. It'd be about 3 hours pace.
Okay.
And it goes all the way out here, because this is the mountain range that Viola's Glen is actually established in. Just
Okay.
way further down the line. And it goes all the way this way, too. So this is kind of like the line established.
You want some more rocks so you can put them together?
Nah, it's alright.
Okay. And so, if I can establish a mine,
You can
One, I
establish
want-
a mine, but as you expand, there will be some encounters you'll have to deal with.
okay, that's fine. Right now I just really need access to copper and iron, so nothing too deep yet. I just need the forge functioning to making tools, because I used the dead bodies, calculated how much scrap, steel and leather they would have on them, and it came out to be 60 pounds of leather and 195 pounds of scrap steel.
We'll have to limit that a little bit less, because the rest of the party did loot a good chunk of the stuff. Juby took a lot of most of the steel to use as raw material.
That was the biggest, because I wasn't there. I was just like, well, if the bodies are still here, I'll just calculate based on what makes sense. Mainly, I just need access to tools, which I don't think it would take that much to get the meager population at least working.
Yeah.
At least in the beginning. So, and then for the final part, at the end month, I wanted the forge to be operational because... Good.
I was just saying, okay.
Because now they have access to at least basic materials. I wanted to start working on repairing houses in the village as well.
Okay.
Just off and on, because right now we have enough space for people to live in the temple and stuff. But to start working on that when there's downtime, get the quarry operational.
Okay. And what are these two boxes you put on the strip? Are those supposed to be houses or what?
This one in the middle was supposed to be an alchemy shed.
Can you use the pointer? I don't know which one is which.
Yeah. Is it pointing?
Yeah. So that one's
And
what?
this was an alchemy shed.
I think I
And we
spelled that
can
wrong.
move it around based on.
What's the other one?
And then the other one was meant to be an herb garden.
Okay.
So that way they wouldn't have to move too far or anything. And I can grow that,
Did I spell that right?
But I can't grow some...
I did not spell that right. Alchemy.
Man, we got a fairy type over here. Alchemy.
Okay. You can fix it. I don't know how to spell alchemy, and I don't care.
I think you're just missing an E.
Probably.
Like fat chuds today. That feels wrong.
Yeah.
No, you had it right.
Damn, I'm so literate. Look at me go.
But that's our stronghold in the top left. So that the first month I just broke down the smaller things, and so now we start going by months. And
Okay.
so for month 2, I would like for the architect with access to the manpower and resources to create proper storage, um, and try and upgrade the mine, as well as getting resources for export to start selling them.
Okay. Let me roll your encounter as you expand the mine. Okay. While expanding your mine, you encounter an owlbear's nest. How do you proceed? There
I would
is
like to.
a mother bear with 3 cubs.
I would first like to talk to them with speak with animals.
Okay. What would you like to say?
I would. So, are they in the mine or are they just near it?
They are, I mean, they're not in the mine, but they're established in a cave
Are they like
nearby
a
and
cave
are
nearby?
very easily disturbed by the mine and are actively attacking your men who go to mine.
Um, Mainly, I would just like to ask them, is there any peaceful way we can stop this conflict?
Uh, Roll persuasion.
I got a 13. I got a
Uh,
-1 on persuasion.
the owlbear mother says there probably is a way, though she knows not what it is.
Hmm. Can I build you a cave at a different part of the mountain with shape earth that's further away from the mining so that they're undisturbed?
She says that sounds nice. However, how does she know you won't eventually just expand into this new cave?
I can put them on another mountain in the range. We only need access to one mountain.
She agrees to this turn.
Right. Ooh. First struggle done. So I guess if we're doing it in Terraria upgrades, did I just unlock gold and platinum? Or did I
Uh,
just unlock gold?
I'd say you can unlock gold and platinum, but like the scarcity of the platinum is like you
Yeah.
can make at best production maybe 10 pound, no, maybe a pound every 2 months.
Okay.
Gold is 10 pounds every 2 months, so 5 pounds a month.
I'll just write out that number. I'm saving all the gold and platinum for Juvie, by the way, because it's not going to be worth selling. Well, I mean, it would be worth selling, but you know what I mean. It wouldn't be worth selling compared to what she could probably do with it.
Yeah,
And that way the economy doesn't get broken.
it's fair.
All right, write that down on my sheet. And I'll just assume that there's enough copper and iron that raw deposits, there's not enough for me to actually deplete it for how small my working force is.
No, not currently. You have more than a year supply at your current pacing.
Yeah. And then, so that was the end of month 2, right?
Yes.
And I know I could be going through and calculating the numbers one by one, but I'm gonna just wait till we get to the end to see what everything does, and then I can just do the math a lot simpler
That's
for
fine.
like how much gold. And so for month 3,
Mm-hmm.
is it fair to assume that there was kind of a meeting area, like a pub or like a general store, or maybe both, that were originally in this town?
It's fair to assume there was, but like I said, when you guys discovered the town, they
Mhm.
were literally only the scraps of 2 buildings, and they were like half buildings that the all of the villagers used for housing. So like essentially, you're starting from scratch.
Did the foundation survive?
No.
Okay, so build it fresh. Um, I was just asking because I didn't
Yeah.
know if there was a
If you don't
specific
mind
place.
blocking it off, wherever you
Yeah,
want it,
I'll
and
try
then
it.
labeling it.
This is the farmland over here, and this is a herb garden alchemy stand. Can you put me? I'm not using them yet, but can you put 3 more squares along the bottom here just so that I can?
I'm assuming they're cleared out.
Yes, I
Okay.
mean, it shouldn't be too hard to clear out those areas.
No, and that gives you like I'm not even worried about your wood intake because you're surrounded by forests.
Yeah, plus the trees are growing faster.
This is true.
So there's my draw tool. So I'm gonna go ahead and establish a path. By the way, stroke style. What the hell?
Okay.
And so I'm thinking the path like to our fortress leads through here, and then that connects to the main path, right?
Okay.
Just because I would like to. Sorry, it's a little difficult sometimes to find this stuff.
You're good.
But this is the main town. Let's say we put the pub like right here off the main road.
Okay.
And then put the general store near it. That just makes sense to me.
Okay. There you go. There's your beaten path.
Very nice, very nice. And so I'm at the forge. I would like to start making basic like gear and stuff, like, you know, chain armor and stuff, like stuff that isn't high level but would be worth selling.
Okay. That seems reasonable.
And then would it be safe to say at this point that morale has at least at a base level returned to the settlement?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, well, morale has improved, but not completely returned, as not everyone has a house yet. Yeah, I would work on getting some houses established. Wait, which one is which? You didn't label them. What's the bottom square?
General store above and then bar at the bottom.
Okay.
You can make them bigger to fit the square. I'm just putting like general rough
No, you
because.
can scale them to whatever. It's fine. That just gives
Then
you
can
more
I
room.
have 3 more tiles on this back area? That should be the last ones I need. But
So bar, not tavern. Bar specifically.
it's a tavern. I was just using them interchangeably. This is just a place where people go.
Okay.
People can meet and relax and say hello to friends. Yeah. I'm just checking my size in comparison. Okay, yeah. Sometimes when you're zoomed out, things look small.
Yeah.
So I'm making sure they're...
Okay, where am I adding squares?
on this back right here. Oh, yeah, you need
I literally can't see.
on this back 3, and that should be the last
What kind
squares.
of... You want, like, tree or...
Just meadows. Yeah,
Meadows,
meadow
right.
tiles.
Okay.
Actually, like the tavern to be... I mean, the general store to be to the left of the tavern. So let me see if I can move that.
Yep.
Now that I have full access to map. Where is it going to let me select? There we go. With the John? There we go. Okay, nice.
We need to draw out this town map to like an actual map.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
No,
Uh,
that's fine. I'm leaving the actual drawing of this town to you, since I already got plenty of actual country maps I need to draw right now.
yeah, I'll draw it out after we put everything and
No, yeah,
everything. But
that's fine.
right
That's
now,
fine.
it's I'm just trying to like
That's fine. Yeah.
hard write it out to see what actually. Um, and I wanted to see at the end of this third month, did I get any more access to villagers? Like, have more people started to show up?
Yeah, I would say that's within reason.
Okay. Because this next month is going to get a little hairy.
Why is that?
One, I was at month 4. I assume now that there's a tavern, a general store, and some goods worth buying, and there are monsters in the area. That adventurers at this point, low ranking ones, would have returned.
Yeah, I would agree so. Well, sparingly, because like I said, you still
Yeah,
need
not
like.
like 100 people, but like
Well, no, no, like even sparingly consider relative to whatever you thought, just because like I said, you need houses and stuff for your people, and you still haven't established that. So,
assuming a group might wander in once a week or something.
let's say once every 2 weeks. But yeah,
And then for housing, I was thinking just a start repairing houses. I assume they had something like this going on where it was like a
sure. I mean, they like I said, this is literally scratch. There's no remnants of the town, so you're essentially free to do as you please. But I
and
will make a path connecting it. And if you don't mind
so
adding the tavern floor and doing that for the outline of all the houses.
tavern floor. Oh, I got you.
The
Yeah.
wood floor that I've been using. Yeah.
I'm gonna stop doing squares at that point, but just assume
Yeah, that's fine.
houses over time are being built and filling up that area. Because the
Yep.
thing is, can
I would
I
say
select?
morale would be completely returned once you have uh, everyone a house and a actual well established. Because currently, right now, the only water you're getting is through insourcing or outsourcing.
You said there was a river near the town, right?
Yeah, about 2.5 miles away to the left.
Okay. It's not letting me paste.
Here, I'll do it. Can you add? Are you gonna establish stuff to do with the river?
Yeah. For that's month 4. Okay, we just started month 4. And I assume some stuff happened in month 3 because we kind of went through that quick. What I'm
Um.
going to do is dig a irrigation channel.
Ooh. Okay, that's gonna take a few months.
Yeah.
It's a good idea though.
Um. And so I'm going to assume that that won't be completed until month 7, and we are currently at the
Sure,
start of month 4.
that's fair.
Um. For now, I will keep creating water because I mean I can make a lot of water, but I mean it's gonna have to be used sparingly, because
Yeah.
30 people is a lot of people,
Yeah.
and I don't want to just be using all my spell slots to making water. Um, and at this point, I wrote down now that stuff has started to come back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
I figured that some type of orcs would have arrived since we are in orc country.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a pretty. Yeah. There is a platoon of orcs that come off the beaten path because they heard the town had been reconquered and established,
Mm,
and they are here to not only update their maps along with the new town name and distribute it to
mhm,
everyone in the country, they are also here to start collecting taxes.
mhm. And just so I know, because we are in Orc country, that paying taxes does, at the very least, allow me rights as like a territory, right?
Yes, you are recognized officially. That's part of them
Okay.
adding you to the maps and stuff.
Okay. Um, since I can speak Orc,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just engage them with conversation.
Okay.
Um, can I know how much the tax would be? Um,
Uh,
since-
they inform you. They're in the what's the word I'm looking for? The like government guy. Uh, what is it called? You know what I'm talking about?
Chancellor, the Herald,
No, like the guy that you send to like meet with countries and stuff. Representative, sure.
negotiator.
Negotiator, yeah. He looks at you and goes, "The taxes are established based on population size and income. About
Hmm.
how much are you producing?"
Hmm. At this point, since the mine has started to work again, we're selling stuff, albeit slowly. The trade route's been established, but we're not getting the best deals right now.
Mm.
Would you think it'd be fair to say, with
Well,
agriculture, the forge,
before
alchemy, raw
before
material?
you
Good.
answer, he's gonna say, "We require 2.5% of your income as taxes, net, not gross, and all orcs get a 10% discount on any goods in town."
2%, 2.5 on net, not gross.
Yeah.
Um, that's a very different number. Um,
The more
10%.
the more like government, yeah, the orcs are not very big on government, so the less government stuff they have to do, the less work they have to do. They like to let their towns mostly govern themselves, and they just collect a small percentage so that they can fund their fun campaigns.
Um, yeah, I find those conditions fair. Um, honestly, pretty good compared to the math that I worked out.
Yeah.
I base it off fucking evil ass numbers, so this is quite a boon to the town's growth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, these orcs are animalistic in regards to their combative capabilities, but they are very intelligent and do not care to micromanage their government. Their government is very loose and is more so just their might protects you just from the fact that you're in their
Mhm.
country.
Can I ask them if on their expeditions, if they find any livestock that they would, if they have no use for them, bring them here and allow me to purchase them to begin farming?
The orcs all look at their negotiator and nod their heads in excitement, and the negotiator says, "Yes, you may purchase them."
Mm.
And then he hands you a list that has uh, a bunch of livestock they have for purchase.
Okay. They're very well outfitted for a not big on politics, but big on numbers. I
No,
see.
no, no, they don't
We
have
could
it
we
with
could.
them. It's like a mail order.
Okay. So we'll just keep an eye out.
Yeah. So,
Um, I will ask them basic livestock like chickens, sheep, goat, cow, stuff like that.
mhm.
Um,
They
if
tell
they are
you
at go ahead. Sorry.
how far north you are.
Mhm.
Cows would not be a advisable form of farming, but
Okay.
yaks serve the same purpose. Sheeps are
Mhm.
okay. Pigs would not survive.
Can they
Boars
get me
would.
boars? Yeah.
Boars
Okay.
would, but they're boars, not pigs. And
Mhm.
chickens would more or less be fine as long as you house them in the winter.
Yeah. Can they also? I'm gonna assume regular horses aren't gonna do very well here because of the cold. But can they also keep a lookout for Clydesdales?
Yes, they can.
I'm only saying that mainly because they have a stat sheet for that.
Yeah,
um,
regular horses are fine up until late fall and throughout winter. So like travelers can use them to get here. They're just not advised to like live this far north year round.
got you. With that, I will thank them
Mm-hmm.
and agree to the terms and service.
Oh, that's great. Because otherwise you would have had a war on your hand.
Short ass war. They break 3 bills and be like, well, we did it, boys. We
And
saved the city.
no, they would kill and pillage everything.
Oh,
Like I said,
7 rocks,
pretty
$2.
they're pretty cool up until you piss them off. Then they're like normal orcs, except
Yeah, on the
they
plus,
never end.
oh, on the plus side, at least they're fair though.
Yeah,
Um,
they just think it's cool
for
that they run a country. They're not really worried about the.
hmm,
I don't really worry about jobs or taxes or all that. It's just something we do because we were told to.
fair enough.
As long as they're making net income, they don't care.
I did want to ask you again. I wrote it down in my notes, the original name, but what is the name of my god again? Or at least the
Uh,
one that I have favor with.
uh, you've lost some favor, but still, still your god.
Hmm.
Her name is Tarathiel.
Can I also argue that I've begun to gain some faith back
Oh yeah.
because I was going to dedicate this temple to them?
You're doing a god-specific temple in this town.
Yes. Not
Uh,
like that anybody can't come and, visit it, but
well, yeah, but like, if you're doing a
yeah, where
god-specific temple, that means they would only be able to pray to that deity.
yes. Trying to get some brownie points because I've lost a lot.
This would get you brownie points with the deity, but would lose morale with the people.
Hmm. Hmm.
You would still get brownie points with your deity if you just established a et al
What?
temple. You just want to get as many brownie points with your deity.
Okay, we'll just do et al. I would rather the people be happier. And I feel
Okay.
like that's also in line with her way of thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
So if you do it at all temple, it will take about 6 months to be fully established, but it would be to the same degree as the one in Port City where they have an altar for every god and you can pray and offer to any god.
that's fair.
So are
So
you
I'll just
retrofitting?
put.
Well, are you retrofitting
Okay.
the current temple or are you?
Yeah. We're not
Oh,
starting from fresh.
then that would take 4 months.
Okay. Um.
This would also gain minor favor with all the gods.
Okay, we'll do that because our party has a lot of disfavor with some right now. um.
This gains the most favor with Saul, by the way,
Okay. Nice.
because he's like he likes to kind of be at the temples.
Sweet.
And with the new favor with Soul, your crops will have another additional 0.25% modifier added on to their growth rate. So now you're at 2.25 times
Okay.
as
Nice.
Soul enriches the amount of sunlight they get, and it's like a blessing from the sun.
Nice. I'll put down the number for calculating stuff at the end.
Well, I'll go ahead and give
Right
you
now.
all the modifiers from their gods' booms, as you would call them. Tarathiel also gives you an additional modifier on your crops, as that's kind of her thing.
Yep.
That'll be another 0.5 modifier. Shannara will assist and like your strategy and planning, and will help with your defensive capabilities in town. So you
Nice.
will train a militia at a expedited rate. Yes, solo story. We are playing Civilization essentially at this point.
Yeah, everyone else is gonna have like awesome hype moments and aura. We're over here with a calculator.
Yeah, he's establishing essentially a home base for everyone. Silerin will bless any hunting you do for the town with a small 0.15 additional modifier. Zalthor will bless the town with a essentially you are less likely to be blighted or dealt a plague or illness. Raijin and Thalasis work together to bless the town with productive rainstorms and keeping the crops well hydrated. Hostios
Is
does
that another
nothing.
boost on the
It
crops?
helps with water, so
Yeah.
it expedites the production of your waterway.
Oh, nice.
So reduce the time for that by 0.25. And
Do
the
we just want to
crops,
round it to month 6?
sure.
Okay.
And the crops get another 0.0, so another 5% boost.
Okay. So we're at 2.8.
And you are also blessed with no large-scale storms that would disrupt production.
Nice. Sweet.
You receive nothing from Leanthorn, Titus, or
Garland.
no, Hostios. Garland assist with messaging and communication, so that your messages are delivered quicker. And Aerith gives your town a boost in terms of people falling truly in love and stuff, and so you can add a point or just a 5% modifier on like production of like newborns.
Nice. We are Freak City.
Aerith also like gives you a cleric just to establish marriage.
Nice.
No, it's not Freak City. This is like true love. So
Yeah.
like they're getting married and shit.
Yeah, this world. We are the realm of the gods.
True leader of the guild arc. Yeah, fair. More like city planner. You do need to establish an actual like mayor of the town though.
Well, you know, I want it to be Willa.
Okay, that's reasonable. I would
She's
say
been my right hand man.
yeah, she's done enough merit that you could reasonably deem her non-evil. I will add that to my notes.
She also has the greatest amount of knowledge of the area since she was an original inhabitant. I did have one question. What would my title be?
What would you want it to be? I mean, you're kind of running the show here.
If she's the mayor, obviously, because I need her to take care of things. I'm not gonna say like king. That's not in line with me. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Let me look up titles. I feel like there's a specific title for this. Because I will be changing my name as well on my character sheet.
I mean, you could be elder, you could be counselor, you could be planner, you could be count, you could be jarl.
Ooh, hold on. This might be sick. Hold on.
Okay.
Damn it, no. I was thinking Vulcan Viscount because, you know, vulcanization using electricity on rubber to heat treat it.
Mm-hmm.
But Vulcan also just means god of fire, metalworking, and that's not really me.
Vulcan is also a Primarch in Warhammer 40k.
Mm. Electric Emperor, nah, that sounds. Um,
Because
I
you
bet
gotta
we
remember,
go.
you would essentially either have to give the entire party the same title, or you would establish yourself as above the party in hierarchy.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely doing that for the city.
Okay.
I'll go with Fulgur Baron.
Okay.
That sounds sick.
What is that?
Fulgur?
Yeah.
That's Latin for lightning.
Fulgur Baron?
Yeah.
What is that?
That's just Baron. That's the title I'm giving myself. But for my epithet, that's what I'm changing it onto my character.
Barren?
Baron.
Oh. Lightning Baron. So you're just giving yourself a title of nobility?
Yes, but that should, because that's a lower
That's
nobility,
the
and
lowest rank, yeah.
which makes sense because we're a tiny ass town at this point.
Yeah.
And I assume with the orcs getting their tribute that I will no longer have a negative multiplier on trade.
Yep. You are officially recognized on the map as a hub city, even though you are up and coming. Because
Okay.
your placement in the official country map is actually quite promising, assuming you don't get wiped out.
Yes.
You're at a very nice central location, and there's the nearest town is Riel's Glen, which is non-centralized, technically due to distance.
And then I was going to establish schooling.
Okay.
Because at this point, I feel like we'll have enough people to be functioning so that children can, focus on being children.
That's fair. Okay. Where do you want the school to be? Just put a block there and label it school.
I'm going to put it up here. I'm not going to put it near the general store or, the tavern because
That's just a bad look.
yeah, and that way it's also closer to our stronghold so that we can. I mean, it should definitely be our first location of defense.
Yeah.
Be innocent.
Protect the lowlands.
It's a tiny ass font.
You can just type it, and then you can go to the move function and expand it to whatever size you want.
Okie. And that way, close proximity. And they can also still go help with the farmer herbs if they want to.
Fair.
I mean, it's not like it's all day schooling here. I mean, I doubt we have any high level scholars.
You never know.
That's true, that's true. And then now we're on month 5, and I don't really have much here.
Are you expanding the mine? I'm assuming so by
Yeah,
this point.
that would be good.
Okay. Are you expanding in the same mountain or moving to another one?
We're going to keep using the same mountain.
Okay. I am going to say at this point you are going to have a run-in with some kind of
high level.
Yeah. But I would also argue that at this point you have a reasonably sized garrison.
Mm-hmm.
That is a non-zero terms of help. You were going to discover the dragon's nest I was discussing about.
Okay, so that's huh. Okay, there's 2 ways I can approach this. The first is we target it.
Mm-hmm.
If we succeed, I assume we get, high amount of rewards.
True. You would get
The other hand, okay,
multiple
sorry.
dragon pelts and stuff to farm. There are, okay, I would say you can reasonably scout it out.
Yeah, because Willa is a ranger from what you told me.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, I would assume she's leveled up and gotten better quite a bit since she's been going around everywhere.
Sure, I would say Willow would be reasonably able to scout it out without being detected. You're going to discover that it is a rare oddity. It is a crossbreed nest between a blue and a red dragon, so this is quite a devilish threat. There are 4 infant dragons, 2 unhatched eggs, and 1 young dragon protecting the nest. It seems the adults left because, they hate each other naturally, so once the deed was done, they departed ways.
And we established they are evil, right?
Uh,
Or are they just unlearned?
the infants aren't inherently evil, but I wouldn't say they're neutral or good either. Like, they're definitely more so malicious than anything, but I wouldn't say they're inherently, like, evil. Because they are still, babies, basically. The young dragon is fairly evil. Because red dragons, they're perceived... The alignment is based off perception rather than, like, true intention.
Yeah.
But,
I'm pretty sure Blue Dragon is just fucking evil as shit, too.
blue dragons are lawful evil. I believe red dragons are also lawful evil or chaotic evil.
Yeah, so this is a match made in hell. So
Yes.
basically, I'll assume the infant dragons are too young to really be of any help in this fight. So this is really just a fight between a young dragon.
Yeah. The infants are just, inconsequential.
And do these eggs, if they, this is more of just establishing like dragon lore for your universe. If eggs are removed from a heat source, do they die or do they go into stasis?
It depends on the type of dragon. Since these have red dragon in them, they die.
Okay, because they're more fire prone.
Yeah.
What would happen if I put them in a bag of holding? Oh, wait, never mind. I remember we've already had this discussion. That is not a good
Also, you don't
thing
have
to
a bag
do.
of holding.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah, you gave us 2, and in the
Oh,
beginning,
I thought, who doesn't have one yet? Oh,
Chungus.
Chandra. No,
And
Chungus got
Condor,
the
yeah.
corrupted one.
Yeah, but are we really counting that as a bag of holding? That's a bag of some
Technically,
fuck around.
functionally is.
That's a bag of holding you give your nephew, and then it explodes.
That's basically what y'all did. Okay, so yeah, so there's a few routes you could take with this. By this point, you would have all of these things that I'm about to present to you within reason to assume. You could take it on with your garrison alone. You could put out a bounty and try and attract some high-level adventurers. You could report it to the orc embassy, and they could send out a pretty large-scale army to take it down because they love hunting dragons. But you will receive 0 of the loot.
I also don't like the idea of a war party being in a town with very loose rules and minimal people. That just doesn't spell like good.
That's up to you. You got to remember, it's a war party, yes, but you're in like orc country. It's not like the same as a war party showing up normally. It's very governed relative to normal orc war parties.
I think the best option, because I'm thinking of the party, right? Those materials would be really good for later use. As well as, I assume the eggs would take a while to hatch.
Yeah, but you could also sell them for like $1 bajillion and give your town a boom in economy.
I think what I would do is hold on to them and wait, because that feels more like a party decision, right?
Yeah, I would say it's within reason that the eggs wouldn't hatch before the party returns.
Because, like, I could also send a message out with Garland, too.
You could also ask Garland to put them in stasis.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Garland. Yeah, I mean, he is the messenger god. I assume he would be able to deliver an ice cream without it melting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to roll it like that. We're fighting a young dragon.
Mm-hmm.
It is me
Mm-hmm.
and this. I'm not going to take the whole town, obviously, but
You're taking the whole
what?
garrison.
Yes.
So what would you? We're 5 months in. Your town has boomed in
Mhm.
multiple regards. I would say it's not, especially with Conjur's training, that this is a pretty formidable garrison. And I would
Oh,
say,
Contra returned.
well, he said he wanted to help train people, and so
Oh,
and
okay.
he is gonna go on a legendary quest during this time skip, but it seems like he might have stayed for a little bit to help train, or at some point he's training people. So I will give you the benefit of Conjura training your garrison personally, which is a
Okay.
huge
Nice.
deal.
Hmm.
Um, I would say by this point, it doesn't sound unreasonable to say you have about 30 strong fighting soldiers.
Okay.
And assuming
Good.
they're fully trained like a garrison, you have spearmen, swordsmen, rangers, and like maybe some low level mages, as Conjura is a half caster. And he has the
Okay.
martial ability to understand that like someone who has more innate magical ability should probably be a caster rather than a swordsman or something.
I will also ask, due to my disposition to electric magic, would we only have to worry about the fire aspect of this dragon for breath elemental attacks?
No, it's
Okay.
fire and well, essentially because it's fire and electric, this is a plasma kind of emission.
Okay. Okay. So instead of just being 1 and 1,
Mm.
um, because I am able to cast wide scale resistance for magic types now.
Yeah,
And I assume that would be a boon for.
yeah. I would say you'd be able to cast that on
It
everyone.
doesn't make it like nothing, but it does give them,
Resistance.
advantage. Well, yeah, resistance.
Yeah,
Same thing, different font.
yeah.
What are my odds of being able to take out this young dragon?
Oh, with you and the garrison and Willow, who I would say at this point, I would say you've probably earned a level up. So a level 9 druid, I would say Willow's probably around level 7 ranger right now. And the rest of the garrison you could code as like level 3 or 4
Okay.
fighter and low level mages. It's a pretty good chance, assuming you're able to lure it out of its lair. If you give it layer advantage,
Mhm.
it's going to be incredibly hard, even with everything you have available.
Here is my strategy, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've been growing herbs at this point.
Okay.
I would like to gas out this dragon.
Okay.
Um,
That would also gas out the infants. And damaging or hurting the infants in any way would also give the dragon an enraged status.
oh, can I use sleep inducing agents?
Uh, we'll have to do a couple checks, but yeah, I'd allow it.
I feel like that's the best option here.
Okay, give me a history check to see if you're able to pull the necessary ingredients.
One of the
Well,
things is
that'd
with my
probably be
druidic circle, I do have access to sleep inducing agents naturally.
okay. So give me a nature check.
Okay. I got a 17.
Okay, you're good there. Now give me a medicine check.
Oh, 20.
Okay, I'd say you are reasonably able to produce the sleeping agents necessary to sleep all of the dragons, but it will take a day of fumigating the cave, essentially.
That's fair.
And you would have to seal it off so they can't just, like, leave.
Yeah, I can do that with shape earth and stuff.
Okay.
And so These creatures are asleep.
Yes.
Well, okay, and there's like no chance for this young dragon at this point. He's set in his ways,
Yeah.
or his or her ways. First thing I'm gonna do
Mm-hmm.
is there's a spell. Let me find it. You remember that one that like pins flying creatures to the ground
Yes.
that I tried to cast on? You were like, that doesn't make sense. What are you talking about? I'm going to cast that on
Smackdown.
this creature,
Okay.
and I, with my 29 strength, am going to attempt to behead it before, you know.
Behead it with what? Like just manhandle, rip its neck in half?
I'm going to borrow a weapon from one of the people and just try and do this as cleanly as possible, as little suffering as I can.
Give me a strength check. And then I'm also going to need an athletics check.
All right, strength, I got a 25.
Okay, so in terms of brute strength, you have enough.
And then for athletics, I got a 27.
I would say you are reasonably able to behead this dragon in a humane, quick manner with minimal suffering.
Okay.
However, this is going to awake all of the infants.
I'm going to speak to the infants. I assume they naturally get abyssal at this point, since they are monsters.
No, they just speak Draconic.
Let me see if speak with animals. I think it translates my talking into their language. Yeah, it says you can comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts.
Well, yeah, but Draconic is weird. It's kind of its own thing. I
Okay.
would say you
Oh
would.
wait, I'm level 9, right?
Yeah. I mean, you just need comprehend languages, honestly, if you're trying to try and
Yeah, I
communicate
think
with
I
them.
get it at that point.
Out there. Go to Wix and make it yours.
Comprehend languages. Oh no, they don't.
I would say it's not unreasonable to assume one of your lower class mages would have that spell. It's a pretty
Okay.
low level spell, I'm pretty sure. It's like second or third level, isn't it?
Yes. Let me make sure it's not in the spell list real quick. Oh, I have Charm Monster.
Okay, you can combine that with comprehend languages.
And I want to
What's the saving throw for Charm Monster?
let me check. Damn it, I just clicked out of it. Oh, D&D Beyond, quit fucking with me. Charm Monster, where is it? Where are you? Here it is. It is a Wisdom 15 saving throw. I don't feel like they're very wise since they're babies.
True.
So that's you.
4 infants. I think is what I said. Yeah, they all fail.
Okay.
Got a 7, 5, 6, and 8.
I like the peanut cereal.
Yeah.
I'm going to speak to them and ask them. Well, I'm going to say, you have all been left alone, and while your eldest was beyond saving, I do not believe that your hearts have yet fell to temptation. And if you would like a chance, I'll give you an option to live within the village. Or not within the village. Not like, you know, they can stay.
Kind of
All right,
like
let me
that.
ask you this,
You're
DM.
trying to functionally do a deal like that one species has with red dragons inherently.
Yeah, whereas if they don't attack things, at least not pertaining to the settlement, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will allow them to live here. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I will also, if hunting gets bad, to prevent them from having to find other, like, attacking people and stuff. I'll help them out with livestock, right?
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, if there's any threat that threatens the village in particular,
Mm-hmm.
that they help defend things.
Mm-hmm. So you're trying. Okay, I'm gonna say this is gonna have to be coded more so like the red dragons. So you're gonna have to appeal to their pride and also like basically like kiss their ass that they're strong and all that, like that one species did with the red dragons. And also, once the point that they reach adulthood, they're gonna do whatever the fuck they want. Just so you know.
And then I have a question, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Can I call up the Garland help hotline and ask them for some magical shackles?
You ask Garland, and he says he can arrange a meeting with someone who is specialized in this. And for the time being, he puts the infants and 2 eggs in a stasis field.
Okay, nice.
The meeting will be in 1 month.
Okay. Because they'd be a really great boon, but they do have that inherent evil nature. That's just the hardest part.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
do you think I could ask for a dragon with a... Well, maybe they'll be attracted with a better disposition to help keep them in line.
Like an older dragon that's good, that could teach
Yeah.
them the ways. I mean, there is a dragon within less than a day's journey, but you know of it on your map. It's that ancient brass dragon over just north of Riol's Glen, hidden in a cave. I say cave. This is like the mansion of caves.
Yeah.
but yeah.
This is the goat.
Yeah.
The Dibadome Mansion. I'm also gonna put that young dragon's corpse into my bag of holding. I think it would be able to fit.
The entire corpse? No. Your bag of holding can only hold 500 pounds.
Yeah, you're right. Then I'll just carry it.
Okay. Or you could
I'll
just
carry
leave it in the
back,
stasis
yeah.
field.
Oh, can it go in the stasis field? I thought
Yeah.
it was just around the... Then yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Its head is not. You have its head. How do you want to do that?
That can go in the bag of holding, right?
Yeah, I would say that's reasonable.
Yeah, I'll put that in there.
gonna-
Mainly because I
You're
don't
gonna
want
mount
people...
it above your bed in your room in the stronghold.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool.
The biggest reason was I'm going to gloat to Chungus that I finish his life's goal and that I'm the goat. No, I'm kidding. I'm mainly putting it away for now because, one, I can't use it, and two, it would not be good news if anyone saw me holding this item.
This is true. Once word that you guys have dragons gets out, you're gonna have a large influx of non-ideal individuals.
I am also, as we leave the space, I'm able to cast Confusion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to make all the soldiers who went with me, except for Willa, because they're my right-hand man at this point, forget what happened.
You don't need to do that. These men were trained by Khandra. They
okay,
essentially are basically
Good.
informed that if they do anything to disservice the village, that they will be killed.
Conjure the goat, coming in clutch.
Dude, having an Oath of Vengeance paladin train your people is like
Where is he?
only ever so slightly better in terms of morality than the like previous owners of the village.
It's like the GTA poster with the like dog, and it's like, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Um,
It's more so like he is so scary, but in a they respect him way that they would never do something like that, rather than he's so scary they are terrified of him because he might kill them way.
yeah. They have both respect and the healthy fear that comes along with that. to them.
Exactly.
So that's the end of month 5.
Yeah. Khandra is essentially like a local folk hero because he's the one that killed the previous guy. So like these men would gladly die to fight for the cause that Khandra tells them to.
Okay. And this is when we said the waterway would be completed this month.
Correct.
So just
Which means
that
you can now successfully irrigate your crops more effectively, which would also give you that 2x modifier naturally. So until your year-long thing, you're at 4 point whatever I said it was.
8.
4.8. So you're at 4.8 right now over natural growth.
Sweet. So we're making. I mean, it's not crazy money because it's crops, but
I would also say at the beginning of this month, the sky begins to cry and large-scale thunderstorms seem to block out the sky as far as you can see. You can assume it's countrywide. It seems Raijin is displeased with something, and you are going to lose. Essentially, you're going to have a bad month for crops.
I can get us through it.
Only for the first
But,
half of the month, and the second half of the month is when you will have your visitor that Garland has sent for, and coincidentally, probably related, the sky is going to clear up.
It's his boo thing. He said I can't have her seeing me auralist. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I also for month 6 for the first part, and this actually ties in really well with the thunder. If we wanted this to be one of the consequences, is I assumed at this point we would have an argument with another local settlement.
Okay. Well, I don't know. The storm cloud stuff has nothing to do with your village. It's more so Onkin found
Just
his
a
way to
region-wide.
Raijin, and they were kind of like battling, so it was going across the sky. And
Who
that's
we're
why.
battling again?
Raijin and Onkin.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Onkin found Raijin and had to remind him his place. As he said he
but
would.
that's fair enough. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I have for what I thought would happen in the month. So the later half of it, we have our visitor.
Yes, that is Onkin.
Okay. I would like to ask, I assume he would remember me.
Yeah, he does. He is also there
And-
with his cleric lady. I forgot what her name was.
Please, it would be so funny. Can me and Ankin have a poster painted together so that Chungus, who's been looking for him this whole time, will be jealous? Can we go that into him?
Wait, hang on. What do you remember what his compatriot's name was?
Helen, wasn't it?
I don't think so.
Helen. No, it was.
Oh wait, it's on Owlbear. I can just look.
Last? I don't know.
Onkin, it is Kathleen.
Damn,
couldn't
I
remember.
combined the two. Kathleen, Helena, and Celeste. That's, yeah. Or I split it into 2. I didn't combine it. Also,
Okay. Sorry. What did you want to do?
what I wanted to do was, can I get a poster of the 3 of us? Magic photo taken of us. Low key, because I just want to troll Chungus a little bit.
Onkin agrees because he finds this funny.
Okay, Good.
Kathleen
I
does
remember-
not agree. She does not want her photo taken.
That's fair. I will respect Kathleen's wishes, obviously.
Yeah, you
So-
you better.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying. I mean,
Yeah. No, yeah, that's fine. I was just saying, blatantly disrespecting her would not go well.
no. If we each have a building up here in the fortress, I'm gonna assume I'm gonna just put a square that says poster with Onken. Because I feel inevitably that's gonna be asked about.
Okay, which building are you putting it in? Just one,
Um,
a copy of it in everyone's?
Yeah, you know what? That'd be great.
Okay, just say poster with Onken per house.
Yeah,
And
don't worry, it
because
comes with
of
some
an item
furnishings.
Onken has, there's 2 Onkens on either side of you.
This makes me so happy.
Okay.
Gotta do a little trolling. I can't be a complete. I'm still a young man.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's fair.
but down to brass tags. I'm of course gonna offer them some of the food and stuff we have available.
Mm-hmm.
And ask did Garland relay my message? Well, not like obviously he did, but I was like, were you able to help with what I asked for?
He says yeah, because that's like his job.
Mhm.
You want me to roleplay this out? Or do you want to just...
Oh yeah, let's go
ask?
for it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hello, Onken. It has been a moment. How have you been?
Catching up on unfinished business. Garland relayed your message. How can I help?
Unfortunately, there are 4 young dragons in a cave nearby that I don't see having a good future without some kind of impediments put in place.
Infant dragon, not young.
Infant dragon. Apologies.
I see. And how can I assist?
I was hoping you'd be able to produce some type of shackle that'll keep them from acting too monstrous. I don't want their lives, nor do I want them to have to answer to me. I just want them to leave everyone alone and live freely.
With that, he pulls out a plethora, or he pulls out 4 pairs of dimensional shackles from his bag of holding.
Thank you. Is there anything I can do to repay you?
He sits and ponders for a moment, and then he looks towards Kathleen and then back towards you and says, "Are there any eggs?"
Yes, there are 2 that remain from the Union.
Union. What type of dragons are these?
If I had the best guess, it was the combination of a red and blue dragon. However, I know that is quite an oddity, so I'm unsure of it myself.
Roll perception for me real quick.
16.
Upon you mentioning that it's a union between red and blue dragons, you're gonna notice that Onken's typically golden glowing eyes flash purple for a second, and so it seems that even though Kathleen is missing eyes where her eyes would be, you notice a very faint and very quick purple flash where her eyes would have been.
Ooh.
You feel it is best to not bring attention to this fact. Onken then states, "Kathleen and I will retrieve 1 egg as compensation."
Very well. Then with the other egg, would you mind bringing it back? I have reason to suspect... well, you remember him. One of my compatriots has been curious about dragons.
I can bring the dragon here, and I can set up what you need to incubate the egg. However, past the infant stage, these dragons will be evil. There is no taming them, aside from very, very strong individuals. Dragons of this degree only respect power, and I fear none of your compatriots will be strong enough to earn the dragon's respect past the infant stage.
Well, we have a lot of time until it gets out of that stage, right? And I assume it takes them a while to grow.
With this unholy union, they grow quite quickly. Quite quickly.
Then will you keep it in stasis and at least and outline what I will have to do in the future?
It is done.
Thank you. I appreciate your help.
May
I call you friend?
He's gonna, one sec. He's gonna set up an altar, in the center of y'all's stronghold, and it's going to have he's gonna put the dragon egg in the center, and it's gonna have a blue and a red flame burning around it, with a purple outline on the very outside. And then it's going to have essentially a glowing purple aura, which will be his version of a stasis field.
Okay, nice. And one thing I'm gonna do, because the dimensional shackles, I semi-fitted them. I'll just have it where they can obviously, live there because that's their home. But, all the stuff, they can't harm innocents. They can only defend themselves. No feeding on, lawful good or neutral sentient creatures that have not first attacked them, stuff like that.
Okay. That seems reasonable stipulations. But the dragons will kind of hate these restraints and grow disdain. Because, they're infants. It's like trying to tell a toddler that they can't hit people. They're just depending on how this plays out, as they age into young dragons, they might grow to think this is fair or respect the power, or they might just grow their disdain until they're able to overpower them. Ankan informs you that once they reach a immature but large state, so young dragons, they will be able to break through the shackles without him constantly holding the power.
Okay. I assume we still have a while for that though, because even if they're growing fast,
you have about a year from
a year? Fuck, it only takes them 100 years. They have some tight timing.
You have you have about a year from the end of the time skip before it becomes an issue where they can actively start resisting the shackles, because they're towards the later stage of their infancy. You have about 5 years before they can outright try and break the shackles.
I'll write that down to share with the party, but for now, it's off my mind. There's...
and I would say, you can continue your conversation with Ankan now.
I will just say, you are always welcome here if you ever need a place of reprieve, and I appreciate your help.
He nods his head, and then he's going to rummage through his bag of holding, pull out a purple orb, which you could, given everything, recognize as an instant fortress, and he's going to throw it over here and add his own hut to y'all's stronghold.
Yay!
But he's going to also cast, him and Kathleen are going to cast a couple spells on it so that you guys are not able to access their place without their permission.
That makes sense. Hey, yo, bro, you got any toilet paper? The King Von stare. Um, you good?
See ya, Charlie. Or, sorry, Corrupted Disc. Have fun at work.
Goodbye.
Thank you for tuning in to our civilization builder.
It was awesome, Josh. Man, I love Corrupted Disc.
#1 fan.
He's the GOAT.
All right. Anything else for Onken?
Not particularly. I mean, they're obviously free to take supplies, and I don't assume they would.
They don't need
What's
any
it called?
supplies.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they want some cheese. Cheese.
I meant like any like lore questions or anything while you have him available.
Oh, I will ask. How do the others fare? It's been a while since we last communicated. Do you happen to know?
See you around, Obsidian. Thanks for stopping by. Are you asking about the rest of the party?
Yeah.
Onken kind of looks puzzled and says,
I know not, for I have not been keeping tabs. I've been busy with work and have not been summoned or asked.
Very well. So I'm gonna pull out a second Godsling sword and say, "Here's a gift." I'm just kidding.
right.
Yeah, I found this. I opened a lucky box.
Mm-hmm.
No, with that, I will bid him adieu. I don't really have anything I know to ask at this point. I couldn't think of.
Well, the giant black storm cloud that took up the entire sky for half the month probably is a good
Well,
ask.
I will ask about that. I was like, I didn't know if I just thought that was weird weather.
No, you at this point you are endowed enough that you would know that has something to do with Raijin.
Okay. I will ask him about that.
You can't roll me a perception check.
Oh, a nat 20.
You notice the purple eyes again for a brief second, but this time you can see that his eyes have like purple irises, like a bright, distinct purple with electricity crackling through them before they fade back to their golden hue. Same thing with Kathleen. Even which you can see through, it's so bright that you can see it through her blindfold. Yeah. And just from the like way his eyes move, you can tell that he's like having a shit-eating grin on his face under his helmet. And he's like, oh. And he goes,
A god too prideful for his own good needed to be humbled. And as I agreed with your friend Juby, he is within at least 70% power.
Interesting. Thank you for telling me.
he just nods his head.
With that, I have no other information I wish. Well, that I would know to ask, or I feel like I would ask him.
You're not gonna ask him anything about the gods dying.
Part of me is scared he'll just be like, "Oh, you can't know that," and just blow me up. How do you know that?
I mean, you know Titus is dead.
Oh, I do know he's dead.
Yeah,
Well,
and you have reason to believe Leanne Thorne is dead, though it's non-confirmed.
okay. Ooh, I know what I'll ask him.
Mhm.
Have you found any if you found any information further about Titus, and if you have, would you be willing to find Condra and relay that to him?
That I can do.
Thank you very much.
You're gonna ask him
Tell
about
him-
Leanne Thorne,
Leon Thorne. Which one is that one again?
Juby's deity, the
Okay.
Hephaestus insert.
Ooh. Okay. Also, I would like to ask the same about Leonthorn, and if you could send that to Juby as well.
Very well. That I can do.
Also, when you relay that information, will you tell him to come back soon? I miss him.
I will send Garland with the information and your message.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And he nods his head, and then they proceed through the door to their hut and disappear. It seems that the hut is, though you get a brief glimpse of the inside of his hut when he opens the door, and you realize that his hut is literally just an empty space that holds another door seemingly in the middle of the room, which is a portal to wherever they want to go.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you now know that Onken has access to teleportation magic for some reason, which is
Because he's a
considered-
go. What else?
Yeah, which is, what's the word I'm looking for?
Plot armor?
No. They, not blasphemous, but, you used it before.
Forbidden.
Not forbidden, something else.
Dangerous?
No,
I see.
it's a cooler modifier. Or adjective.
Taboo?
Taboo magic, yes.
Okay. That's all I figure would happen in month 6. I also figured
That was the end of
The
month
reg-
5.
Oh shit. I would also assume that the regular people would be working on an orchard, and a barn
Okay.
for the livestock, because I assume sometimes next month the orcs would probably have a brothel.
Yep.
Because one thing I want to do is I want to train Khandra a warhorse,
Why?
because it's cool.
I mean, it's fair, but he has Fawn Steed as a thing. But
Oh,
fair.
hear me out, DM.
Mhm.
What about a Pegasus?
Now, how are you gonna get a Pegasus? Aside from just buying
Hopes.
it?
Oh, hold on, twin. I'm cooking.
You can just buy one.
You know,
The
not.
morality of how it's sourced, though, is questionable at best.
What about a bicorn?
Is that a unicorn with 2 horns?
Yeah, but they're the exact opposite of unicorns.
So they're just fucking evil.
Yeah.
For Khandra?
Yeah, I feel like he would be like, you're gonna serve goodness and force it to.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point.
They can also only be ridden by like bad people. Not like bad, but like they're not innocent.
It's fair. Roll me a history check to see if you know how to
what
source
that
one.
is. I got a 17 and I have a -1. That's pretty good.
You remember the illegal animal trade that originally enslaved you?
Yeah, man, I don't think I'm doing that. I remember that and just think, never mind.
It's fair.
Man, that's just very against the Minos. You know.
I mean, that's the only way to really source like fantastical animals in a like manner where you can
Reliable
just buy them.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, without like a random event.
Yep. Or
Um,
wild sourcing.
so I assume now, like, we're able to make a lot of goods because we have animal products now.
Yes.
So I assume with that we'll have even more of an influx as we turn into. Wait, we did in month 6. Well, because we established the waterway was done.
Yep.
So at the start of month 7, I'll assume the town has grown pretty good.
Yep.
people start, creating more of themselves.
Yes.
And I wrote, the mine probably at this point has attracted more workers, and we can try and push for deeper materials.
Okay.
What would you
let
want me to
give
roll
you
for that?
I roll for your encounter.
Oh, okay. Please don't be Leviticus Cornwall.
Okay. $80. Look at my notes.
That sounds pretty high, DM.
You do not encounter anything in the mines, but your town is raided by a pretty large bandit party.
Okay.
This is the first true test of your garrison in a normal application.
Okay. Is there anything you want me to roll, or... Because I'll support them with healing spells and long
Okay.
reach, like, attack spells, like Thunderbolt
Roll
and stuff.
a D100. I need 3 rolls.
It's a 15.
Okay.
One's a 75.
Okay.
And the other's a 74.
Okay, you lose 15 men.
No.
75% of town is at least moderately damaged due to their siege machines and your
Damn,
lack of a
that's crazy.
defensive wall. And you lose 74 gold pieces worth of materials and loot as they are pillaged. It seems like Mino has the realization that he needs to build a defensive wall and have defensive towers placed around the town going forward. As right now, your town is just an open concept, so it's very easy to pillage and raid.
Man, it's fucked up, because I put build ballistic wall at one point, but I never brought it up. That sucks.
Yep.
To be fair, though, I've also expanded further than I thought I would be at this point.
I mean, 75% of your town is moderately damaged, so your town is still fully functioning. It's just like some buildings have holes in them.
Assume it'll take us a bit to repair that, but I
It'll
will
take you 1 month to fix property damage. It will take you about the rest of the year to build a ballistic wall with guard towers and such.
A question on that.
Yes.
Can I speed that up by growing trees for the wall?
You're building a wood wall?
Yeah, stone would take like 10 years. Well, I have more people. It's not just me.
Yep. You have more people. You have a full functioning quarry, and you have stone magic yourself. So that's what I meant when I said it takes the rest of the year to do it.
Yeah.
Plus, with your production favor from the gods, I mean, it's not unreasonable to assume.
I will do that, as well as I will let the beast know that if they spot anything coming, that I will reward them for telling me. Like in the local area.
Okay. Most of the beasts agree to this. It is also while you are communing with the beast that you discover a tiny manticore.
Yay! Like Adventure Time.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
I will approach this creature and say, "You're far away from home."
The manticore that is about the size of your hand just looks at you, too proud to answer your question.
Very well. There's only one way to get Answers from a creature like you, huh? I must prove that I am deserving of them.
The
with that-
manticore seems to give you a glance in your direction now.
What I'll do is I will cast my staff aside and hold up my fist like I'm ready to just straight unarmed strike fight.
The manticore nods its head in approval at your willingness to brawl with it. Roll a strength check.
I got a 17.
The manticore lunges at you, and you are thrown on your ass, but you are not. Your guard is not broken.
Oh, wait. I think I have grappler.
Okay.
I think that's what I took as my level up.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I have savage attacker.
Okay. The manticore pounces off of you and waits for you to get back up.
I'll get back up, and I guess I'll just movie star quip, but I'll say, You're right. I have become too human for what I truly am. And then, yeah, I'll just like flex, oh yeah, and let out a monstrous roar to show that I am truly in this fight as both the man and beast side of myself.
The manticore outroars you, but it seems to be growing with an excitement with every second that passes.
Yes.
What do you do next?
Oh. I will lunge at it this time. And what am I going to do? I'm going to attempt a grapple.
Okay. Give me an acrobatics check.
What?
I mean, you're lunging, trying to grab a creature that's the size of your hand.
Yeah, but can we use the built-in grapple statistics?
Fine.
I don't have any dex, TM. I couldn't hit this shit if I tried.
Alright. Go ahead and roll hit DC.
I think grapple the target must succeed on a strength or dexterity saving throw. It chooses which, or as the grapple condition. So the DC for this is your saving throw.
Ignore
Wait,
that.
anything plus my strength modifier. So you have to beat a 17 strength saving throw or dex saving throw, whichever you want.
Okay. They succeed.
Can I use my inspiration?
You don't have inspiration.
I get it every time I long rest.
You're not a human.
Man. All right.
The manticore sees your lunge coming and jumps on the back of your head and kicks you into the dirt. Then it waits for your reaction. It seems to be toying with you, but it seems to be enjoying this.
We're gonna do something a little. The manticore is part lion, correct?
True.
I'm gonna grow a cattail in my hand and start waving it about in front of it. And then when it gets close, I'm gonna try and grapple again.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna have it roll a constitution saving throw to see if it is entranced by the cat toy. Well, I'm gonna assume a 19 beats that, so it is not.
No, come on.
Fine. All right. The Manticore is entranced by the cat toy and has disadvantage on its saving throws against your grapple.
It's still a 17.
I know it rolled a 15, so since that's disadvantage, it doesn't matter. You successfully grapple the Manticore.
Yay!
So what do you do now?
And now I'm gonna hold it, and I'll just say tap out, tap out.
Okay. The Manticore is going to bite into your arm as you do this. Roll me. I guess cons saving throw.
Yeah, okay.
See if you were able to withhold it.
Man, I'm not rolling good. I got an 8.
I'd say you scream like a little girl, but you're able to hold the grapple, and the Manticore taps out.
Yes.
The
Actually,
what do you do?
I was gonna say, breathing heavy, covered in dirt and my own blood, and say, now, can you tell me what you're doing here?
The Manticore looks at you and goes,
I suppose I will answer you, man-child. I am here because I want to be here. I am on a journey myself.
And what is the final goal of this journey? Do you just want to see the world, or is there something you're chasing?
I am chasing freedom and enlightenment. I feel as if my whole life to this point has been trapped in a jar. I feel as if I have not seen the real meaning of the world.
I'm just gonna say, well, you're obviously free to stay here. I mean, I don't think I could fight you to the death if I tried, nor do I want to. But if you ever get a feeling for it, come into town, and we can put you up a place to stay. At least until you're ready to head off again.
the Manticore is going to look at you begrudgingly, like it's insulted by the idea, and shake its head no, but you're going to notice that it follows you from a distance into town.
Yay! Happy, happy, happy. And with that, and like the windowsill of my my like part in the fortress, right?
Yeah.
I'll put him a little stuffed down bed. It's like out of reach. Like nobody, if somebody went in the room, like they couldn't reach up there and just play with it. But it's like, you know how like cats like to sit and stare down at stuff.
Yes.
It's like set up like that where you can fly in and sit there and look around.
Okay. Which house is yours, by the way?
I'm feeling this top right one. Oh, let me put the pointer. I don't know. I just like this one.
Okay. Can you,
Claim it.
yeah.
I'll write M on it.
Okay. M also for Manticore. Or put M and the and symbol.
M and
then
M.
M and TM. Why don't you just do a text box?
Man, that's exactly what I was going to do. Yeah.
Yeah. You're totally finna draw.
Maybe. Strong possibility.
Strong possibility. Put a pin in it.
Oh, a pen and a bit. All right. Oh, that actually fits in nice because it looks like there's a little nest box on the top left.
Yeah. All right. That concludes
So-
month 6.
Okay. So if we're on 7, I assume everything's repaired.
Yep.
At least from. And the wall is being worked on.
Yep.
One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to Willa and have her establish a patrol group.
It is done.
Because I know we have the troops trained by Condra, but I mean,
You also
Condra
lost
ain't-
like a good portion of your men in that raid. You lost 15 men.
how many people do you think I have in this town now?
The whole town, I don't know, but I would say your garrison was probably up to 50 or 60 by that point.
Okay.
So, assuming the garrison's like 10% of the town, do with that what you will.
Okay.
Well, considering this is a martial-focused
Yeah.
town because of its central hub, I would say the garrison's probably 20% of the town. 20 to
gotcha.
25. So, assuming your garrison was at 60, and that would be 25%. 60 times 4 is 240 people. So I would say we could safely round to 300.
Okay. Gotcha.
240 permanent residents and maybe 60 with short-term
Wanderers and
residents
stuff.
and wanderers and travelers and so on and so forth.
Right. And so now that that's, I assume we at the very least won't be ambushed with the beast and the ranger party out there. I will also supply them with horses and stuff.
Okay. Clydesdale.
Yeah.
As if assuming we started in January, you guys 7 months in, so we're like closing in on August by the end of this month.
Yep.
Yeah, so getting close to winter.
Yeah. Oh, actually, and I had a Halloween event planned actually. Now
Okay.
that everybody has morale.
All right.
Okay, I kind of was tooting my own horn on this one, but I called it the Horned Festival.
Okay. Well, wait till month 10 for that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's about it for 7. We roll. Oh, we never rolled on the mine.
For what?
Like I got attacked. I never.
Yeah, the mine upgraded.
Oh, okay, nice.
That was to see like what happened, like if it was
As a result.
Yeah, it was to see like if there was another encounter to do with the mountain and the mine, or just or I had a list of what it could have been, and the bandits were the role.
Okay.
So the mine itself expanded with no consequence. You now have access to very small amounts of gemstones minus diamonds, and you also have access to very small amounts of mithril and adamantine now.
And I'll start any of that gets like produced. I'll just start storing it.
For Juby and the
Yeah.
I would say, have you been working on the magical forge this whole time?
Yes.
I
At
would say
least
it's
I was
probably
mentally
completed, working on it now.
Okay.
Where would
And
you
I
want it
will-
established? I'm assuming inside y'all's stronghold, huh?
Yes, and I'm going to actually put a magic seal on it.
Okay.
Where only I and Juby will have like free access to it.
Okay.
One, because well, I made it. And 2, because Juby, I trust Juby.
Okay.
I'm writing that down.
You now have access to a fully equipped magical forge.
Nice. And it's safe to assume the regular forge has grown past the original 2, right? Like there are villagers that work in there now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, better goods being made. Kind of speed run some. I'm gonna establish like an actual law set now. Make sure we're gonna build a prison.
Okay.
And
That's interesting.
the prison.
They don't normally do prison sentences around these parts.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Like, the prison's just a holding area, if I'm being honest.
Before judgment.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you want it?
Let's put it. Let's put it like right here.
Not anywhere you're indicating. Oh, I see.
Change my pointer color to red. That might make it more visible.
Well, yeah, that, and I was looking for a block, and it was like,
Gotcha.
your blocks
Yeah.
blend in.
And next to it, you know, there's a little gallows. There's not a very high not kill rate.
What?
Basically, if you end up in jail, there's a high likelihood somebody saw you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we know what happened, and you know, we know the truth. We can use spells.
Okay.
And speaking of spells,
So I'm assuming you're having the, quote, judge be a low-level mage who can cast Zone of Truth?
yeah.
Okay.
And speaking of mage, in the bottom left corner, I will put together. Oh, why am I measuring? A area for mages to gather
Like
and
a
store
wizard
your
tower?
knowledge. Yeah,
There you go. That's pretty cool.
it's definitely not gonna be, you know, the most high level thing, but you know, wandering stuff and any books we find can be stored there.
That's fair. How tall would you say this tower is?
$100 foot.
100 foot. That's gonna take a while to build.
20 foot, 40 foot, 40 foot.
Well, how? Let me say this. How tall are you building your wall?
I was gonna make the wall also, and I was gonna make the wall like 15 feet.
Okay, so I would say scaling wise for maximum aura, at least a 50-foot tower.
Yeah, you're right. Also, the wall is going to have iron spikes on the top, just so people can't jump it.
Okay, that's gonna delay the completion by another 2 months. So 2 months after the year time skip, it will be completed. But with your
Yeah, but
wizard
the-
tower being ample tall, you'll also have the ability for mages to cast spells at incoming things and cast defensive wards over the entirety of the village.
This is also kind of a fucked up thing I wanted to do.
Mm.
I would like to start a rat legion.
What?
Basically, I would like to get a group of rats patrolling the village, keeping an eye on things, so if any crimes are committed, they can also relay them to me.
Why not just have regular guard patrols and stuff, like a police?
No, like we'll have that too, but like
So you're making your village a surveillance state?
that doesn't sound so good when you use the accurate term.
Yeah, this will have implications if it's ever caught.
And I won't do that. Mino wouldn't even do that. But Jay
I would
wants
allow
to
you.
know it.
I would allow you to have a smaller, more ample surveillance force, like normal guards, so that way the civilians can see them coming.
Yeah.
But like quicker and less detectable would be like a small unit of bullywogs or something.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that instead of making a surveillance state.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the Estrella coming out of me.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of which, can we open a portal to hell?
No.
I would like to start gathering information on that though.
On making a portal or just hell in general?
Hell in general, and start sending out feelers to find out anything that might be of importance.
You can just ask Garland. He visits a lot. I mean, that's kind of like his job.
Yeah, that's true. Besides that, I'd like to upgrade the medicine field to be able to make blue tier potions.
Which do
They're just it's like potion of speed. Let me
Oh,
check the
blue tier,
potion.
like rare.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I figure that's feasible.
Yeah, I would say that's something you could finish by the year mark.
I think that's all I would be able to start in this month.
Yep.
Start working on. So we have rules, we have punishment. Is there anything I'm forgetting that the other characters would have need or wanted? I know what I'm gonna do.
I would say you could upgrade your garrison and have like a large established training area.
That's true. Part of. Then yeah, I will work on that. Then this
Where is your
next month.
garrison? I'm assuming near the prison.
Yeah.
Say like
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, that's a good. The Conjure Academy of Killing.
Is that what you want to name it?
Um,
Here, if you want to resize that to whatever size you want, and then name it whatever you
That's
want.
honestly pretty good. Yeah, I like that. If we're like starting to get like good,
Yeah, if you scale your garrison to that size, I would say that's big enough to have a garrison all the way up to like a couple hundred. Not including your mages, since now you have your own place for them.
Conjure's Killing Academy.
I don't know about that name.
Wait.
I don't know about that
Wait.
name.
I just realized something. Yeah. Yeah, never mind. I did not realize that. I didn't. Right hand to God, I did not realize that. Yeah, how about we just call it Conjure's Academy? You know what? I like that better.
That's a great idea.
I was like, wow, it's alliteration. This is awesome. No. Whew. What would Chungus want?
He just said a training area.
Okay.
So that would fall in the garrison now.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, we can put a square 30 miles away. Nobody wants. I'm just kidding. Imagine just a guy in the middle of town shadow boxing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Don't look, children. Don't look.
That's pretty much what Chungus was doing up until this point.
And then,
I'm just making paths until you got something else.
yeah, that's kind of like all the buildings I could think of. Because we're building the wall, right? And then that won't be done until the end of the year. The wizard tower won't be done.
The wizard tower will be done at the end of the year, you know. It'll be functional by like month 10 though.
I guess the rest of it's just kind of happy, fun times and basically outfitting everything else that we've already placed to be stronger.
Okay.
I will. Above the general store and the tavern, one building we can add is a what's the word I'm looking for? Mainly it's like a shelter.
What do you mean?
Just for if people visit and don't have anywhere to live yet, or they
That's what the tavern's for.
I was thinking more the tavern was like a business. Oh, we can add an adventurers guild. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea.
Yeah. Adventure guild. There. I mean, I guess it. Yeah. 40 by 40 or something. by the general store, we'll put a supply station. So that if anybody like brings goods or anything,
Well, go ahead and
they can.
label these squares,
Oh,
which is at whichever's which.
yeah. Okay. This will be a supply store. And this can be a place where things we don't make can be bought. People can come through, like, like traveling people who like sell excess stuff to the general store, or crazy merchants bring rare goods.
Mm-hmm.
It will be heavily though policed. It's not like an underground market.
Mm-hmm.
We're not selling monsters. Mino's doesn't have a very happy feeling towards that.
I wonder why.
Wow, what happened?
What
I
happened?
enjoyed them. Yeah, that's the end of that month. We have our little Halloween festival because we're on month 9, right?
Yeah.
Preparations for winter, so supplies start being put away, like because we just had like the big harvest. Yeah. Um. I mean, the main store is in this like first room and head of the temple, so. Storehouses necessary. I kind of have everything. Like everything's been done that I.
Yeah. So you just spend
I
the rest of the year working on it and
yeah,
expanding?
just making sure. Yeah, making sure things upgrade. Um.
Okay.
I guess I'll end off the year with a conversation with the Manticore and just say, "Time's growing close, old friend." We're friends now at this point. It's been 4 months, even if he doesn't admit it.
Yeah, he won't admit it, but I agree.
And yeah, I'll just ask him to, if I soon have to go away for a while, please watch over things and make sure things run smoothly with Willa for me.
The Manticore agrees. Also, I would say by the end of the year, you can go ahead and be level. What are you right now? 9?
Yes.
I would say level 11.
And I will ask, would I be able to
We'll say 10 for right now.
get better armor? Like, could my people have made me some?
That or you could just buy some. Yeah. What kind of armor were you trying to get?
Um, I guess it's fair to assume that everything has gotten to blue level production.
Yeah, but pricey. It's on the
Yeah.
higher end of cost. And also, don't forget you can't wear metal.
Oh yeah, I'm not. Well, one thing I was gonna do was ask if we wanted to keep like with the theme of me not like wearing armor thematically. I could just upgraded it to higher level leather armor.
True, or you could get dragon scale mail.
Okay, dragon scale doesn't count as metal.
No, it's dragon scales.
I know, but for some reason, some people count it as it. Because
That's
it's
fucking
like,
stupid. It literally says in the description it's made of dragon scales.
yeah, it's. I don't know.
I mean, I understand why some people might say that because they're like, oh, they use chain links to hold it together. I would argue you can use leather. Or the scales just inherently hold themselves together.
Can I ask the forge with that?
You would have to, actually, pillage the young dragon you killed, though.
Oh yeah, yeah. I yeah.
Yeah, you have. I would say you have enough dragon scale since you were able to get the whole body that you
Mhm.
could make reasonably a full set for everyone in the party if you wanted to.
Okay.
And it would be red blue dragon scale mail, so that would give you the resistances of blue and red dragon scale mail.
I will commission that.
Okay.
I think, dude, it actually doesn't even have like good armor class.
There's AC 14, but with the resistances and stuff. While wearing this armor, you gain a +1 bonus to AC on top, and you have advantage on saving throws against Frightful Presence and Breath Weapon of Dragons. And you have resistance to fire damage, and with the blue dragon modifier, you also have resistance to lightning. Plus all dragon breath attacks, specifically. Additionally, you can focus your senses as an action to magically discern the distance and direction to the closest red or blue dragon within 30 miles of you. This special action can't be used again until next dawn.
Okay, I will.
But I'll say, since it's like scale mail between the two, I would argue it has an AC of 16. Well, 15 with the +1. So 16 total.
Okay. Oh shit, this fucking requires attunement. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's 16. Oh.
Oh, it takes the whole hide of a dragon. So yeah, you can only make one set.
Yeah, I will make my set. And you said it's 16?
Total. So it has a +1 bonus to AC when you attune it, and then 15 basic. So I just added an additional +1.
Did you do that, or am I doing that?
Are you adding? If I'll change it how I need to after you add.
Okay.
Are you adding blue or red?
I just did the red one.
Okay, that's fine.
Purple. Yeah, this. Damn, I'm Gucci down to the socks.
So armor. All right. You're gonna need to attune it. Once you attune it, you get the +1. Customize. I should be able to customize the armor set actually. Customize.
And could they make me a better shield?
It's not reasonable, or it's not unreasonable to assume you could just get a. What are you at right now? Plus a normal 1 shield.
Yeah, I'm at the default shield.
I'd say a +2 shield is within reason.
Okay. And I'll sell these bracers, so that like, I guess I'm carrying. I'm just gonna go through and clear out my inventory of a bunch of not needed stuff.
Okay.
You want me to just do their gold value for what I get?
Yeah, that's fine. Can I not? Okay, I'll just do a custom +1 to your AC.
Okay.
Override base armor and dex, or just override armor 1. What? Ooh, wait, no, that's not it.
Bracers of defense are said to be worth 2,000 to 6,000 gold. I feel like we need to nerf that a bit.
Yeah, we'll say 100 gold.
That's fair.
Because
I looked that up and I was like, ooh.
Oops.
That's fucking crazy. Man, I got 4 disadvantages when I put on that armor. That's crazy.
Do you really?
Yeah, because for some reason it gives you disadvantage on athletics and acrobatics.
I guess that makes sense.
Oh, it's because I don't have proficiency for the armor type. Can I
Oh,
add the proficiency?
what is the armor type? Scale mail? Was it heavy
It's
armor?
medium armor. I only have light armor.
Yeah. Yeah, you could add proficiency for that. It's alright. You want to just
Yeah.
swap your proficiency from your sheet?
Yeah, I'll just...
Okay.
Oh, this one feels just like a story one. I won't be able to wear any other armor. How about that? Like, that's of this class.
I mean, yeah, because before that you weren't actually wearing light armor. You would just had leather armor for coating for your natural armor. Yeah, that's fine. I can argue you have proficiency for this. But yeah, now you actually have proficiency in medium armor, so you're stuck with medium armor now.
Yeah. I can't actively add it, but I'll just keep in mind that I don't have disadvantage in those checks.
You can't add it and like your...
I'm not finding a way to add, because it says proficiency, add new proficiencies, and there's armor, right? But when I go to choose an option, it's all a bunch of shit.
Okay, one sec.
Oh, what kind of armor? Is it scale mail?
Yeah.
I'll just click that. Boom, we're good.
Okay. Also, I was looking at things. I bumped you up to level 10, trying to see if it was like a level up perk. Okay, what's going on now? Now you have... Oh, you got the +2 shield. I was like, why is your AC all the way up to 21 there, bud? 15 for
smoothie.
the armor, plus the 1 for the armor. Or, yeah, you got a dex bonus. +4 for shield and +1 for the miss bonus from armor. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Alright, anything else for your year-long bout?
I think that's it. Oh, wait, there is one last thing I want to do. I want to get Christmas presents for everyone, because I know they won't be here for it, but
Christmas doesn't exist.
we invented it in this. I called it the season of thanks.
Okay, alright. What are you getting for everyone?
For Chungus, can I like look through the item? Like, what do you think would be like good but isn't broken?
I'm assuming they're all just going to be wondrous items.
Yeah. I'll get him an everlasting quiver. Completely useless.
No.
Yeah, we'll just do wonders. Oh, what's Ezrat's eye?
Maybe a decanter of endless water. For Chungus, a cloak of protection would be cool.
Yeah, but he already has an invis cloak. Oh, can I get him gauntlets of ogre power?
Let me see. What color are those?
Green.
What's his base? Strength. I'm pretty sure his strength's high enough that that won't matter. Or it will be after this.
Yeah, I don't.
His strength's already
yeah.
17 after, depending on what he does, depending on level ups, those might be completely useless.
Then
Yeah,
Hill
yeah,
Giant
that's what you're
belt
getting
for
him.
21. Oh, okay.
Well, let me see, because I think there's a blue tier one. You can get him Amulet of Health.
Okay. Amulet of Health. Man, where is it?
It's blue, the first one.
Okay. Yeah, that's not broken for him. Yeah, that feels.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be a cheapskate. So I'll look through other blue items.
No, that's good.
Oh no, not for him. I'm talking about for the other two.
Oh,
Bag of beans for Juby.
it's actually not a horrible idea.
Wait, I could get her bolts bracers
She
because
already has those.
Juby
That
storm.
could use
Oh,
look, yeah.
yeah, that makes sense. Wait, is that her custom item?
Pretty sure.
How is it in the like? It's like actually got a thing. Like what the hell?
Pretty sure.
Also, I
Yeah.
didn't read the things because I didn't want to meta game, but I will read if I have permission.
That is weird. Why is it in there?
Is she LARPing?
I don't know. Because she doesn't have the item equipped. I don't know.
Oh, does she not? I mean, that'd be a really fitting gift.
I don't know. TBD. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a custom item.
Hmm. That's weird.
I think it's something they're coding in for during their year-long thing.
That makes.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it is upon reading its description. Because it has
Then-
Snipsnot and her finding it.
I'm going to get Pondra a gem of seeing.
Let me scroll down, find it. A gem of what?
Seeing. Do you think they'd like that or
The
no?
gem has 3 charges. As you can see, each command expend 1 charge duration. So you have true sight out to energy and increase the gem. I mean, just like put whatever you want to with them.
Yeah. So I'm hearing that's ass.
Mm.
Yeah, I want to give them something they actually like.
You also got to remember a lot of these items are super fucking expensive at this point.
True. Man. I get them a figure of wondrous power, bronze griffin.
What? Saturated a beast on different positive use actions. No.
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 Fair. I think I'll just get them all amulets of health. Is that good? Oh, well, no, that's... DM, I'll let you give them the item.
You can gift Condra a belt of fire giant strength. You may gift Juby a carpet of flying, 3 foot by 5 foot. And you may also give Chungus a... Because it's that way to balance it out. Actually, what did we give him? Ogre Strength?
We gave him an Amulet of Health.
Okay, you can also give him a Belt of Hill Giant Strength.
Yay!
There you go. You want to add all those items to party inventory.
Yes.
Alright. I think that concludes your solo adventure there, Mino.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Alright then. Bye-bye. Thanks to everyone who tuned in or who will be watching this later when it's in the mega video. Hope the other ones are just as enjoyable. I have not recorded them yet.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. Maybe. Bye-bye.
You will.